Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 6. It's not the appearance, it's the essence. It's not the money, it's the education. It's not the clothes, it's the class. Claudia Cardinale once said those words, and she lived them through every stage of her life. Claudia Cardinale passed away peacefully at her home in France at the age of 87. She had been quietly battling illness, surrounded by those closest to her. Born in Tunisia, Cardinale's rise to fame began in the late 1950s after winning a beauty contest, not for glamour, but for potential. That promise bloomed into one of the most celebrated careers in European cinema. She became a radiant force on screen, turning in unforgettable performances in Rocco and His Brothers, The Leopard, and 812. Her turn in Once Upon a Time in the West gave the film a soul that time has never faded. Cardinale collaborated with some of the greatest directors in film history, Fellini, Visconti, Leone, and always brought a mix of fire and grace to each role. Her expressive eyes spoke volumes. Her voice, soft yet sure, became a signature of authenticity. Over the decades, she earned more than 40 major awards, including the Career Golden Lion and the Honorary Golden Bear. In 2011, she was named one of the most beautiful women in film history, not for her features alone, but for the way she made a screen feel intimate, even epic. Behind the camera, Cardinale carried herself with quiet strength. She guarded her private life fiercely and spoke out with conviction when needed. A longtime advocate for women's rights, she used her platform carefully, but powerfully. Italian President Sergio Mattarella called her an extraordinary artist. French President Emmanuel Macron remembered her as an Italian and world star. Their words echo what fans have always felt. Claudia Cardinale didn't just star in films, she gave them soul. Her influence will live on in every actress who defies expectations, every filmmaker who dares to tell a complex story, and every viewer who finds courage in quiet strength. She leaves behind a rich, cinematic legacy and a family who loved her deeply. Claudia Cardinale was a light that never asked to shine. It simply did. Tributes to Claudia Cardinale. Number 5. She was the Queen of New York, wrote rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine after hearing the news. A tremendous woman. Ariela La Langosta, whose energy lit up New York's nightlife, passed away at just 33. Known offstage as Ariela Mejia Polanco, she inspired a generation with her vibrant style, her joyful spirit, and fierce devotion to her roots. Born in the Dominican Republic, Ariela made New York City home. Over the past 7 years, she carved out a space all her own. Her bold fashion, unforgettable dance clips, and behind-the-scenes glimpses into club life made her a favorite among over 500,000 Instagram fans. But she was never just about the spotlight. Ariela balanced it all. While modeling and influencing, she worked long nights bartending and waitressing, always with a smile. Those who met her remember her joy and the simple kindnesses, hugs on tough days, words of encouragement, treating everyone like family. She starred in Tekashi 6ix9ine's music video, Wape, frequenting iconic venues like Icon New York and Opus Lounge, not for fame alone, but to help others rise. Aspiring influencers, especially in the Dominican and Latino communities, looked to her not just as a trendsetter but as a guide. Following her tragic passing from a targeted shooting, love poured in from across the city and beyond. Icon New York described her as their smile and happiness. Cardi B shared words honoring her radiant Dominican spirit, Friends, fans, and fellow creatives continue to fill timelines with memories and gratitude. Ariela leaves behind two young children, just 13 and 14. She was not only a star but a mother, a sister, and a fierce friend. Her legacy is built on connection, through laughter, fashion, hard work, and heart. No matter the room, Ariela lit it up. She will be remembered not just for what she wore or where she went, but for how she made people feel. Tributes to Ariela La Langosta. Number 4. Of all the musicians I've come into contact with, Danny has taught me the most, John Martin once said. It's a tribute echoed by generations of artists who knew Danny Thompson not just as a master of the double bass, but as a gentle mentor, a joyful spirit, and a true friend to music. Danny Thompson passed away peacefully at the age of 86. His journey began at 16 when he first picked up the bass, unknowingly setting the stage for a lifetime that would help redefine folk, jazz, and rock. He first turned heads in the 1960s after stepping into the spotlight with Alexis Korner's Blues Incorporated, but it was as a founding member of the folk jazz group Pentangle that Danny helped shape a whole new sound, blending tradition with innovation in a way the world hadn't heard before. He graced legendary venues, lit up countless stages, and pushed creative boundaries while always staying true to the heart of the music. His double bass came alive in collaboration. With John Martin, Nick Drake, and Richard Thompson, he built timeless recordings full of soul and subtlety. With Kate Bush, Peter Gabriel, and Roy Orbison, he bridged genres without ever missing a beat. He was even part of the recording that gave us the iconic Thunderbirds theme. Danny brought not just talent but kindness. Fellow musicians often spoke of his warmth and the quiet strength he brought to each session. His sound, unmistakable. His presence, unforgettable. In 2007, he received the BBC Radio 2 Folk Awards Lifetime Achievement Honor, a small reflection of a truly massive impact. Outside of music, Danny was deeply devoted to his family. His wife Sylvia and son Dan Jr. were his proudest joy. Whether playing to millions or mentoring younger players, his focus stayed grounded in humility and connection. He died following a long illness, surrounded by love and years of memories that will continue to resonate. The world has lost an extraordinary musician, but even more so, a graceful soul who touched countless lives through every note he played. Tributes to Danny Thompson. Number 3. Gene Iba's love for basketball and education shaped the lives of countless student athletes, and his legacy will forever be part of our program's history. These words from Houston Christian University reflect the passion and purpose that defined Gene Iba's life. He wasn't just a coach, he was a mentor, a leader, and a builder. Across more than 3 decades in college basketball, he led by example and taught with integrity. Gene passed away peacefully at the age of 84. His death marks the end of a remarkable journey, but his influence will resonate for years to come. Born in Joplin, Missouri, Gene found inspiration early from legendary coaches in his own family, his father Clarence and his uncle Hank Iba. He began his coaching career humbly as a graduate assistant, eventually growing into one of the most respected figures in the sport. He made his mark at Houston Baptist, where he led the Huskies to their only NCAA tournament appearance in school history. His time there earned him 2 entries into the school's Hall of Honor. At Baylor, he brought the program back into the national spotlight with postseason tournament runs and renewed energy. And at Pittsburgh State, he guided the team to its first NCAA berth and climbed all the way to a #1 national ranking. It was there he built a winning culture and earned MIAA Coach of the Year honors. Gene Iba's career stacked up an impressive 487 wins. But those wins weren't just numbers. Each represented self-belief, hard work, and the lessons he passed on to generations of athletes. His players remember him as more than a coach. They speak of a man who taught them how to lead, how to stay focused, and how to rise through adversity. On and off the court, Gene challenged those around him to be better. He didn't coach for headlines. He coached to change lives. Family members, former players, and peers continue to honor his memory online and in spirit. His legacy lives on in every locker room, every huddle, and every program that follows in his footsteps. Gene Iba will be missed dearly, but his story, his purpose, will never fade. Tributes to Gene Iba. Number 2, work hard, stay humble, and never forget where you came from. That's how Bill Ferrario lived his life. From Scranton to the national stage, he carried those values with every step. Bill Ferrario passed away unexpectedly at 47, leaving behind a powerful legacy in college and professional football. His toughness defined him on the field, but his character touched far more lives off it. At the University of Wisconsin, Ferrario was a cornerstone of the Badgers' offensive line. Starting all 50 games of his college career, he became one of just 3 players in Big Ten history to reach that milestone. He helped Wisconsin to back-to-back Rose Bowl victories and blocked for Heisman winner Ron Dayne. His performance earned him all Big Ten honors and the admiration of teammates and coaches alike. Ferrario's talent was undeniable. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers in the 4th round of the 2001 NFL Draft, he played all 16 games as a rookie. He went on to spend time with Washington and Carolina before retiring from the league in 2005. But Bill's story didn't stop at football. He delved deeply into community engagement, mentoring young athletes, volunteering at youth camps, and spreading a message of perseverance in education. His journey from Eagle Scout to NFL starter inspired countless others to dream big and work harder. Despite personal struggles that emerged in recent years, the tributes pouring in speak to the heart of who he truly was. Casey Rabach, longtime friend and teammate, shared, "With a heavy heart, may you rest in peace." Fans remembered Ferrario simply as a genuinely nice guy, a man who led with quiet strength. Bill is survived by his wife, Stephanie, and their children. His spirit, as strong as it was kind, lives on through them and through the many lives he uplifted. While we mourn the sudden loss of such a devoted teammate, mentor, and friend, we also celebrate the enduring mark he left on the game and its people. Tributes to Bill Ferrario. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Let's take a moment to reflect on the impact of kindness, courage, and the enduring love of family. In Glenwood Springs, Colorado, a family's world changed forever when their joyful 6-year-old daughter, Wongol Estefanos, lost her life in a tragic accident at an amusement park ride. After a long and difficult 4-year journey, Wongol's family recently received a $205 million jury award, not simply as compensation, but as a powerful message about safety and accountability. While no amount can ever replace their beloved daughter, Wongol's parents have bravely turned their grief into action, helping ensure other families never have to experience the same heartbreak. Their hope is that this verdict will inspire parks everywhere to make every ride as safe as possible. Wongol's memory will live on in the hearts of those she touched and in the important changes her story inspires. May we all be reminded to cherish our loved ones and to honor those like Wongel, whose legacy makes our world a little safer and kinder. News 2. Sometimes, even the most breathtaking landscapes can remind us of just how precious and unpredictable life can be. In Red Lodge, Montana, search crews have brought closure to a months-long search along the scenic East Rosebud Creek. Earlier this summer, a hiker went missing in the rugged Beartooth Mountains, a place known for its wild beauty and challenging terrain. Over 3 months, dedicated rescuers, including local volunteers and water rescue teams, braved rough waters and rocky crevasses in their tireless effort to bring peace to both the hiker's family and the community. While this outcome is a somber one, the steadfast determination and compassion of those search teams shine as a reminder of how small communities come together in times of need. The memory of every adventurer who finds inspiration in nature lives on in the hearts of those who search, help, and care. News 3. What a reminder today of the incredible strength found in passion and adventure. This week, the outdoor community is remembering Anna Gannon, a remarkable 32-year-old guide and daughter of former Salt Lake City Mayor Jackie Biskupski. Anna tragically passed away while leading a rock climbing tour near Kalymnos, Greece, a region beloved by thrill seekers from around the world. Known for her compassion, adventurous spirit, and leadership, Anna inspired countless people to experience life outside their comfort zone, always encouraging safety and respect for nature. Though gone far too soon, Anna's courage and zest for life uplifted everyone she met, and her legacy will live on in the hearts of all she inspired. As loved ones gather to celebrate Anna's memory, her story gently reminds us to cherish every moment, follow our passions, and support one another's journeys. News 4. Let's take a moment to honor the life of Shelma Reyna, a devoted mother of 5 and beloved UPS employee from Richmond, California. Shelma, who was just 43, worked hard every day to support her children and provide them with a bright future. Over the weekend, while loading packages inside a cargo trailer during her shift at the UPS facility on Atlas Road, Shelma was tragically involved in a workplace accident. Her family and loved ones remember Shelma for her gentle spirit, incredible work ethic, and the unconditional love she poured into her children. The community has joined together to support her family in this difficult time, sharing memories of her kindness and resilience. While the details of the accident are being carefully investigated by authorities, Shelma's legacy lives on in her children and in the hearts of everyone who knew her. She will be remembered not just for her dedication to her job, but for the warmth and love she brought to her family and community. Let's hold her memory close and send our thoughts to her children and all those who loved her. News 5. If you've been following the latest headlines, you know the world has been watching as Super Typhoon Ragasa, known locally as Super Typhoon Nando, swept across East Asia this week. Making its first powerful landfall on Panuatan Island in the far north of the Philippines, Ragasa unleashed heavy rains and fierce winds that challenged even the most storm-hardened communities. In its path, northern Luzon faced dangerous flooding and landslides, while over in Taiwan's Hualien County, tragedy struck. A barrier lake overflowed, with lives lost, and several people still missing as of today. The typhoon's force didn't stop there. After striking Taiwan, Ragasa barreled toward Hong Kong, where city life was brought to a halt. More than 90 people were injured as floodwaters surged through city streets, trapping cars and causing chaos even in luxury hotels. Southern China braced for impact with emergency crews in overdrive. A record-breaking red storm surge warning was issued as the typhoon made landfall near Yangjiang, prompting over 2 million residents to evacuate for safety. Even in the face of so much loss and heartbreak, the community spirit truly shined. In every country, local leaders, first responders, and ordinary citizens banded together, helping neighbors, supporting the displaced, and proving once again that resilience and compassion carry us through even the darkest storms. As the clouds clear, memories of Super Typhoon Ragasa's impact will remain, but so too will stories of heroism and hope, reminders that together, we weather every storm. News 6. If you've followed reality television, the name TodaY Mellencamp likely feels like that of a friend. At 44, TodaY, known for her time on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and as the daughter of music legend John Mellencamp, has opened her life and heart to fans once again, bravely sharing her journey through stage 4 melanoma. Since her diagnosis, TodaY has faced treatments and multiple surgeries, including for tumors that spread to her brain and lungs. While some days are truly challenging, she's found immense strength in her children, her supportive ex-husband Edwin Arroyav, and her devoted dad, who checks on her daily. TodaY's honesty about the ups and downs of her cancer battle is striking. She's revealed moments of deep anxiety and even paused immunotherapy when the side effects became too much. But what shines brightest is her gratitude and hope. Amidst life's tough spots, TodaY often shares heartfelt moments with her followers and encourages everyone to appreciate the positives in their own day. Through it all, TodaY Mellencamp's courage and outlook remind us that even in the hardest chapters, love, resilience, and community can light the way. She continues to inspire many, and her journey will be remembered for its extraordinary honesty and unwavering hope. Number 1. She had an extraordinary gift for illuminating ordinary lives, remarked one longtime fan. That gift made Ann Granger a beloved storyteller for readers across generations. Ann, who passed away peacefully at age 86, wrote her way into the hearts of millions. Across 4 decades, she redefined modern crime fiction with nearly 40 novels that wove psychological insight, realism, and warmth into every page. Her journey began in historical romance under the name Anne Hume, but it was Say It With Poison that changed everything. With that first mystery, she introduced readers to Meredith Mitchell and Chief Inspector Alan Markby, characters who would anchor one of the most cherished British mystery series of its time. Readers then followed her into the lively world of Fran Varadi, the rich historical settings of Lizzie Martin and Ben Ross, and the quiet tensions of Campbell and Carter. Whether modern or Victorian, city or village, her worlds were always sharp, human, and real. She wasn't just prolific, she was precise. Anne understood people. Her characters felt like neighbors, her crimes all too plausible. Reviewers praised her for sensitive portrayals and evocative settings. Germany embraced her warmly, with more than 30 entries onto its top 5 bestseller list. Back home, she earned a place in the renowned Detection Club and inspired fellow authors through the Crime Writers Association and Sisters in Crime. Fellow British author Martin Edwards once said, "Anne combined consistency with creativity. Her readers knew they were in capable hands. Outside her novels, she was generous with time and gentle in spirit. Fans remember her at signings and festivals, curious, kind, and always quietly funny. Her passing, though peaceful, leaves behind a deep absence in the crime fiction world. Tributes have poured in from publishers, readers, and colleagues. Her publisher, Headline, said it best. The contribution Anne made to British crime fiction cannot be measured. It simply is. Ann Granger leaves behind 2 children and a proud family. But her greater family, readers across the globe, will keep turning the pages she gave them for years to come. Tributes to Ann Granger. The great teacher is the one who sees the artist already inside of you. That's how Martin Landau described André Lanzat